Letters. Braided Shirl. July 12, 1945. From Arizona, Ray writes, Good morning, sweetheart. At present, we are circling the field to gain altitude. Bet you've never been written to from a B-29 before. Say, there's a photographer on one of our ships in the formation. He's from Life or Time or some such magazine. If in the near future you see pictures of a 29 formation, look close. I'm in ship number 29. I'd stick my head out the window if only there ain't no windows. You have to pardon the pencil on account of the fountain pen goes berserk at altitude. Aside from the fact that you gave me the pen and it has sentimental value, it's the best damn pen there is and I don't want it to go berserk. Also, pardon jerky writing, no epics. Gotta work. You know, I wasn't trying to be conservative on the phone bill last night. I only had so much green stuff and I didn't want to have the phone company calling me nasty names. I sure felt good after talking to you. Wish we could have talked for an hour. You make me forget how tired I was. Instead of going to bed, I had 2 ginger ales and listened to the band at the club. Did you ever hear Caledonia? Wow, if nothing else, it was loud. And the so-and-sos have been flying our pants off for the last week. Every morning, up at 0200, briefing at 0300, take off at 0600, and land between 1800 and 2000. We have the same schedule tomorrow also. I look and feel like I had a hangover's hangover. Been so busy I haven't even read a murder mystery in over 4 days. This is unbearable. Did you know that 8,208 persons were murdered in 1940? Amazing, ain't it? More women murder their husbands than vice versa. Time out for coffee. Never have I tasted such gruesome coffee. With all the taxes and war bonds and stuff like that there, the army should be able to buy a reasonably decent grade of coffee. If it doesn't involve too much genius to add water and coffee in the proper portions and heat the mixture for an established time. All in all, it sounds like a simple operation. Then why the hell do they have to classify some tasteless meal Skinner as cook and let him concoct this embalming fluid we're forced to drink? Precisely why, I ask. Could it be a Japanese plot to undermine my morale? The cads. Was practicing up on my gunnery. Interesting gadgets. They scare the bejesus out of me. We've got a darn good crew now. We get along together fine. The pilot is pretty sharp and has one quality that goes over big with me. He despises barbers and hasn't had a haircut in 3 months. A very sensible fellow. 6 more hours to go. Saturday we were to fly 12-4 mission to Oregon and Washington. We got up there okay and were on our way home when we had some trouble. We had to make an emergency landing at Marchfield, California. It's on the outskirts of Riverside, about 60 miles east-southeast of LA. We landed there at 1500 and worked the ship there till 2000. The weather had become so bad we had to stay there all night. All fields have transient quarters for officers, so we stayed there. I had a private room all to myself. It was nice and warm during the afternoon, but around 20:30 it got cool. The field is pre-war, and it's a swell place. Grass around all the buildings and palm trees along the street. The whole atmosphere made one feel lonesome in a nice way. It was peaceful and quiet, and there was a full moon coming up through the palms. I sat on the lawn for a few hours and drifted back to Florida. If you had been there, it would have been the same. It was nice dreaming. More work. 3 more hours to go. The cigarette situation is getting desperate. I've been smoking such things as Murad, Sphinx, Golden Grain, Bull Durham, and Banquets. There are 3 different solutions to the problem. Pipe, cigars, or chewing tobacco. This is going to take a lot of thinking out. Well, no, I just had a swell supper and took 2 cold showers, so I should be able to hold up for a couple hours. If I went right to bed now, I'd get 6 hours of sleep. But what's the use of spending all your life in bed asleep? Since we've been flying here, we had to make 3 emergency landings. On the report, these are called abortions. Just exactly what does this word mean? I have been wrong all these years? Want a lesson in the B-2 Crash 9? Okay, here goes. I have a compartment all to myself, dark and lonely. It's about 10 feet long, 7 feet long and 7 feet wide. My set is along the port side of the ship, and I sit in the aisle working sideways. I've got everything back there I need, including a gentleman's lounge. I can't see out the plane or any others of the crew. I'm about 6 blocks away from the pilot. Carrying enough gas for a 3,000-mile mission, we can still hold about 7 tons of bombs. Nice load, huh? Fully loaded, the ship weighs about 160,000 pounds. A complete crew consists of 11 men. We can cruise at 250 miles per hour and get it up to 350 if needs be. Enough tech stuff. I leave for Topeka, Kansas on the 17th. We should get there by the 19th. I'll be there from 2 to 10 days. Unless I leave early, I'll call you up Sunday after I get there. I checked the post office about your letters. They said that the mix-up must be in Chicago or along the way. They've got my file straight. That makes me mad. There's no way of checking it. Blast. That's about it for now, darling. Better hit the hay. I'll write again as soon as I get a break. Jay, I hope to see you once again before I shove off. Outside of that, there isn't much I'd ask for. Good night, sweetheart. All my love, Ray.